Oh, perfect. Okay. I don't think you didn't miss that much, so I think you're good. I think you're good. Yes. All right, we got the volume. Perfect.
Oh, mouse.
So the volume disappears, and then the mouse doesn't move. Okay. I love it. Telling you, it's just one of those Wednesdays, right? Telling you. I was a mouse. What would I do? I would be.
It's over there. Okay.
There's. All right. I wish it was a little louder. All right. Yes. One of my favorite parts of our meeting, our favorite game show titled.
Name that price.
One more time.
Name that price.
All right, thank you. I am your host, Kieran McGlory. Along with me, my lovely co-host, Mo. Mo, tell us who our two contestants are on our favorite game show title.
Name that price.
All right, get out your tickets.
038-2619.
All right, Michael, come on now.
Here we go.
Yes. All right, Michael, you get the choice of which seat you want to sit in. All right, it's a hot seat. All right, perfect. Who's our second contestant?
038-2607.
All right, Mike. So it's the battle of the Michaels. All right. So let's check out our property today. All right. So this. All right, perfect. This property is a 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath home, about 1996 square feet. As you can see, it's a 2-car attached garage. It was built in 1990. It was literally on the market for only 18 days. It closed escrow within the last 2 weeks. And what city is this home located in?
Chino Hills.
Why is it located in Chino Hills? Exactly, because we are in Chino Hills. You should know your area, right? Absolutely, market knowledge, just saying. Right. So, 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath house, 1996 square feet, located in the north part of Chino Hills. And like I said, this home recently closed in the last 2 weeks. So it's this type of market. So not the market that we're in 4, 5, 6 months ago. So just depending on the price point you guys are thinking about. So, 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath house, 1996 square feet, located in North Chino Hills. That's what you guys are thinking? Okay, all right, perfect. So, Michael, he knows which one's Michael, because he's Michael, he's Mike. Just in case, when you guys see them, this is Mike, this is Michael. All right, Michael. So, name that price.
I'm going to say 1.1.
1.1. Okay. All right. I like the way you're thinking. Okay, 1.1. All right. All right, Mr. Mike. 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath, 1996 square feet.
Go.
Only market for only 18 days.
I'm going to go 999.
999. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Let's see. Thank you so much. Must have rolled out my planner. All right, perfect. So we got Michael for 1.1. We got Mike for 999. All right, I want to hear 5 guesses from the audience. Raise your hands, please. Don't shout answers to me. Thank you, Mr. William.
1.15.
1.15. Okay. All right. All right. 4 more.
1.2.
Thank you. 1.2. All right. 3 more.
1.3. I mean, 18 days.
1.4. All right. 2 more.
1.174.
1.174. All right. All right. 1 more. Yes, Javi.
988.
988. Okay. All right. So the actual retail price of this home sold for $1,018,000. Yes. So the person that did not go over would be Mr. Mike Garrity. So congratulations, Mr. Mike Garrity. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so Mike, you win. The next call that we get, you're going to be on a round robin list. So the next person that calls in or steps into their office and they're looking for an agent that they want to buy, sell, invest, or lease, you will get that opportunity. Yes, absolutely. Yes. All right, and you know the rules. No one leaves my game show without a prize. So, Mr. Michael, come back here. All right, perfect. So, we have a choice for you. We got the Millionaire Real Estate Agent book, we got the ship book, and we got the one thing. The one thing. Yes. Perfect. All right, so let's give it up for our two contestants today. All right, so let's welcome our September newcomers. We have Kaye, we have Marlene, we have Andrea, we have Michael, we have Deepinder, and we have Connie. So let's give it up for our newcomers here. Yeah. Yes, we did that for you, Jody, because we know you like cats. So that's all you. Yes. All right, so this is our bucket fills. This is the opportunity, you guys get the opportunity to fill someone's bucket. So I want to hear from 3 of you guys to fill someone's bucket, to bring a smile to someone's face today. Who wants to start? All right, Mr. William.
Yeah, I want to give good credit to American Hope Shield. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, I like that.
I know that she's traveling all the time. But she replies me my inquiry immediately.
Yeah, it's great.
That's how we get
Nice.
it done. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, she supports our office all the time. Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, you came on the right day. Yes. Awesome, I love it. All right, two more. All right, Miss Maggie up back there.
Sunshine, because on Saturday morning I called her for a little bit of help on the contract and she stopped everything and answered my call and helped me.
Wow.
I love that.
Teamwork.
All right, one more. Come on, guys, we're on a roll. Come on. No one helps me. I'm not grateful. No one helps me. What's going on? Andrea,
I'm
yes.
gonna give to Clara.
Okay.
She's always so helpful and always gives me ideas and she helps me a lot. Always very answer my questions. Even I think I've asked her for the same email like a couple times and she's always like, oh yeah.
I love that. Yes. I love the budget bill. Yes. All right. So this is the opportunity to pitch your listings. So I want to hear from you guys that have listings that are currently in the market, coming soon, or sell it and say, hey, if I get an offer from my house, I will sell it. I want to hear from 3 of you guys. All right, Tina.
So I have a property coming up tomorrow. It's in Fontana, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,192 square feet, 7,200 lot size. The inside is totally renovated. Okay, and then outside, we paint the whole exterior, and then we clean up the yards and the front yard. So it's a good property.
I love it. And what's going to be priced at?
548.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah. So make sure to send that property to Mo so we can distribute it out to everybody. Awesome. Love it. Yes. Inventory. I love
I'm
it.
gonna have my first open house this weekend, Saturday and Sunday.
What time?
Saturday I'll probably do from 12:30 to 3:30, and then Sunday I'm gonna do 1 to 4.
All right, perfect. Make sure to send that information too so we get it out there so everyone knows. Awesome. I want to hear from 2 more. Hey, Mom.
Yes,
What's
sir.
going on? Where am I at? These real estate agents?
Yes, sir.
What do they do?
Oh, I mean, I thought so.
Looks like I got here just in time.
I don't know. What's going on here? I want 2 more. The listing, maybe a market coming soon.
I
maybe
mean, I look
sell
at that
their-
MLS almost
They may be
every day.
thinking about
Like,
selling their
what on there?
house, maybe. Okay. All right.
Have an appointment?
Yeah. Let's do an appointment. You guys like maybe have an appointment coming up. Someone wants to sell their house, maybe.
I have a lease right now.
All right. Super. All right.
The client is really selective, so we're looking for like a good tenants. Yeah.
Very
In,
selective.
in Eastvale, and then the price is very well priced. I did the count, it should be around 4,000, but then we are renting at 3,500 for a 3,900 square feet home.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
huge.
including gardener. Yeah, so it's a really good product, but the thing is the client is really selective. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you have good tenants, bring them on.
Awesome. So Tina took the second spot, so she did 2. So we still have room for one more. Tina Yang. So there's 2 Tinas. Tina Wayne and Tina Yang. Alright, love it. The Tina saved me. Thank you, Tina. Yes.
I have an upcoming listing in Chino Hills, just off the 713 Street, my community, Bristol. Relatively new, built in 2018, nearly 3,000 square feet. Currently with tenant, but we can sell with tenant. Would not move recently, but we gonna sell with a tenant, or we can negotiate if someone would like to offer a reasonable price so the tenant can move out. The listing price will be 1.2 million, something around this.
Perfect. And
Yeah.
would you say you estimate for it to come on the market?
Next week.
Okay,
We're
perfect.
doing the front yard tree trimming, the preparation for the both front yard, backyard, and coordinate with tenant and showing time.
Nice. Awesome. Well, once you get it all ready, then make sure to email them so we can blast out to everybody.
Okay.
Awesome. All right, before we move forward, does anyone else want to talk about the great listing before we move forward? Going once, going twice. All right, moving on. All right, agent referral contest. So, if you guys happen to know anyone that's maybe looking for a new home, or have any questions about real estate, or have any questions about what we do and all that good stuff, you can send them my way. And last month I gave away like $100, right? $25 for like 4 people because you guys all like tied. So yeah, I do it every month. So you guys still have 3 more days. You guys still have 3 more days to take action. So and I do this every month. So yes. All right. So what's happening in our market center? Well, later today we are going to have our amazing prostitute coach. She's going to make her introduction a little later, but we have a flyer up there. So make sure you guys stay after lunch because she's going to be going over the 6 personal perspectives. This is definitely one of the most popular, most informative classes that Keller Williams offers. So definitely make sure you guys stay and get inspired because this is definitely going to be something that's going to change your mindset for the better. So definitely stay. All right. So tomorrow we have the culture of happy. So talk about how to be happy and live your life, your dreams, and all that stuff. So definitely make sure to attend. That's going to be Thursday. It's going to be tomorrow from 1 to 2:30. It'll be on Zoom. And then we also have our special event that's going to be this Friday. It's going to be Secrets for Listings and Real Estate Success. So that's going to be here in the Market Center, 12 to 1:30. Daniel, he's actually flying out from Florida. So he's going to be showing you different strategies of how to get those luxury listings utilizing LinkedIn. And he's also going to be making live calls in the room. So you guys will actually be able to hear what he says. So definitely make sure you guys are here for that as well. All right. So how many of you guys have signed up for Productive Agent Launchpad? How many of you guys have signed up for it? All right, hey, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So you guys still have until Monday to sign up. I encourage you guys to do that. This is the time that you guys want to create that positive momentum. So you guys still have until Monday to sign up. First class is going to go over Spark Your Career, and then from there, embrace your job, all that good stuff. So even if you guys can't make all these classes, they are recorded. So if you guys can't make them, you guys will get the recording. So definitely take the opportunity to sign up for this. This is definitely get you in that momentum to create a strong 4th quarter that will take you to an even stronger 1st quarter of 2024. All right. How many of you guys have been going to contract training with Kelly on Zoom on Wednesdays night? All right, perfect, awesome. All right, so I'm gonna go with you first. So what have you thought about it so far? Because
I'm learning a lot of things that I didn't know before. So
I love that. And you have your broker's license, right?
right.
Exactly. And see, you can still learn.
Yeah.
Right? Awesome, I love it.
Yeah.
And Maggie, so what has your experience been so far?
She's freaking awesome. Like my RPA example is like filled with notes and she gives us a lot of information. Even I'd say I go every week, but I'm trying to get in between and watch the recordings now.
Awesome. Yeah. So you also have access to the recordings that she does. So definitely take advantage of this because again, she's going over contracts, and part of your job is to write contracts, right? So you want to make sure that you're writing your contracts legally, obviously, but also she also gives you tips, in terms of how to make your offer stronger, as well as making sure that you have your listing agreements, all those documents, signed disclosures, and she's also there to answer your questions too, because it's interactive, right? It's not just her teaching, you guys don't get to interact. So definitely take the opportunity to attend those contracts trainings with Kelly. Wednesdays, 9 to 11 on Zoom. Alright, so we have a list of our trainings that are coming up next week. So we have our scholarly marketing trainings there, and then we also have some regional trainings as well. Alright, so our August production rankings. Alright, so congratulations to our royalty cappers. We have Sean Teja and Tina Wedding. So good luck. Alright, so congratulations to our first closings. We have Nick, we have Rolando, and we have Charmin. Alright, first listing. So give it up for Chris for her first listing. Alright, so list of everyone that got paid in August. So let's give it up for everyone that got paid in August. Yeah. So the plan is to double this. You know, that's the plan. When we get like so large that we actually have to have like multiple slides because everyone's getting paid. That is the goal. Alright, $1 million month. We had Kyle, we had Mercedes, and we had Tina again! Yes!
Okay, Tina, I need a steak dinner.
Alright, so our monthly home run winners, we have Grant, we have Letitia, we have Mercedes.
Tina?
Tina Wayne! Yes! Yeah. You gotta go on more vacations, Tina, because this is what happens. Since you went to Hawaii, all of a sudden stuff just is popping. I don't know, that's awesome. I love it. Alright, let's get up for our top performers for August of 2023. Alright, so our top teams and groups for August 2023 is good. Yes. Our year-to-date production rankings. Alright, so our top performers for year-to-date 2023, let's give it up. Alright, top teams and groups for year-to-date 2023. Yeah, congratulations. Alright, so the TCPA. So we want to make sure you guys are not calling people on the do not call list. So if you guys are getting leads from outside, make sure those people have been screened. Now, if you're possibly getting leads from our office, those leads have been scrubbed, so you're okay to call those. So you just want to make sure, because people are taking down your information and they are assuming. So definitely make sure you want to be cautious about that. All right, so real estate market. So what's been going on with the real estate market? I know I asked you guys this before, but I'm gonna ask you again. What have you guys been experiencing? Which like your offers with your listings, talking to your clients. Are your clients gung ho? They're like, yes, I want to go buy houses right now. Are all of them telling you that? Like, yes, Andrea, get me to a house right now. I want to go look at a house right now. Are they telling you that? I don't even care. Interest rates could be at 10%. I'm just gonna go out there and buy a house. Is that what they're telling you?
No.
What are you guys hearing?
A lot of backup markets.
A lot of backup markets. Okay. So you're seeing escrows, a lot of escrows counseling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. What else are you guys seeing? A lot of escrows counseling. Okay. What else? Sandy.
I would say a lot more investor emails, texts, let us know anything off market. It's just really interesting how that just seems like it's really increased.
Yes, yeah, I've been getting those too. And I don't respond to them, so I'll get one and say, hey Jared, just want to make sure you got my last message. Like, I did get it, I didn't respond to it for a reason, but yeah. You know, I guess I gotta give them effort, right? They're out there doing their thing. So, yes. So I changed up the market update. I normally have like a little graph and like lines and do all this kind of stuff. Decided to change it up. So the first of the month I'll do that. The second of the month we're gonna go a little more in detail in terms of like cities and counties and all that kind of stuff. So if we're looking here at the San Bernardino County Price Ranges report, right? You get to see exactly in terms of the prices how many homes are actually active, right? So let's say if you have a client that's looking in the 300K range. How many properties are actually on the market like that? They're in that price range in San Bernardino County, just based on what that says. Can you guys see that number, or is it kind of hard to see?
No.
It's kind of blurry.
Kind of blurry. All right. So it's just 40. So there's 40 current homes that are active on the market in San Bernardino County at a price at 300K or less, right? Now let's look at homes in San Bernardino County that are priced at 850K or more. there's 104 active homes on the market in San Bernardino County that are 850K or more. Why do you think there's so many luxury homes on the market right now as opposed to homes that are not luxury?
Because that $850,000 house is a $7,000 mortgage.
Right, absolutely, for sure, right? Yeah, yeah. So we're definitely starting to see an increase of those homes, right? And then people, you know, are thinking like, I'm not sure if I want to spend that, right? So we're definitely starting to see, you know, more of those come to market. Now, if we look at the days on market, so homes that are, say, $300,000, days on market are 17 days. Meaning that it comes on the market, it gets an escrow within 17 days, right? And then we go into luxury, 850K or more, they're on the market for 42 days, right? So you have more homes available in the market that are $850,000 or more, and they're actually staying on the market longer, right? Now, one of the things that John brought up is $7,000. A lot of people don't want to pay that, right? Yeah. So it's an affordability issue, right? So if you look at, let's see here. So all homes altogether, in terms of how many homes are actually active, meaning on the market. So all of San Bernardino County, there's about 3,838 active homes that are currently on the market for sale, right? So when you have this conversation with your clients and they say, oh, Michael, there's no homes in the market, it's like, I beg to differ. I just heard from my team leader, and he just shared with me there's over 3,000 homes available for sale in San Bernardino County. Let's go out there and look at homes today or tomorrow. What day works best for you, right? Use these data, use these facts to have a conversation with your clients. Because you can tell them blue in the face, oh yeah, there's a lot of homes out there, but when you actually have data to behind what you're saying, it makes your position so much stronger. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Does one person make sense? Does that make sense to all of you guys?
Oh, yes.
Absolutely. Nice. So this is a list of the cities all in San Bernardino County. So regardless of what city that you service in, you get a list. Now obviously you guys are going to get a recording of this, right? So you can share all this data with your clients. Now what city are we located in?
Chino Hills.
Just one person. Okay, one person, Chino Hills. Anyone else?
Chino Hills.
Thank you, David. Yeah, so Chino Hills. So we're looking at Chino Hills here. Current active is 54, demand 37, right? Market times 44. Now, what is the average? What's the median sales price for Chino Hills? Does anyone know? I know it's kind of hard to see, but you guys work at Chino Hills, so I was thinking maybe you guys have an idea.
949.
I'm sorry.
949.
Close. 999. Right. So just $1,000 more, you're in a million, right? Yes. So, so if you look at Chino Hills, you're at 999, and then you look at Chino, you're at 415. That's a dramatic drop, isn't it? Actually, I'm sorry. 740. 740. That was the other city that starts with C, right? Yes. Yeah. So you go from 999 to 740, right? And those cities are really very close to each other. I mean, you really go across the street, you're in Chino, right? Yeah. It just lets you know of the different price breakdown in terms of the cities that are nearby, right? And this is also something to share with your clients, because your clients may be fixated and say, oh, Chino, I only want Chino Hills, but they don't have a Chino Hills budget, right? So it's like, hey, well, have you ever thought of Chino? Have you ever thought of Fontana? Have you ever thought of Peatsville? Right? This gives you options of other cities that people can check out, because you're gonna have those clients, right? So use this information. It's like, hey, you know, you don't want to spend more than $700,000. How about let's check out another city that's close by? That's only 5 miles from where you live, 10 miles, whatever, right? You want to give your clients options, because if you don't give your clients options, they don't know they have options. So they're just going to be fixated on this one city and they're not going to move forward. But if you give your clients options, then they get to move forward and they start to think more. Does that make sense? Because I'm sure a lot of you guys probably start out one city that your clients wanted to be in, and then you end up closing escrow on another, right? Yeah, absolutely. All right. So this is the sold report. So this just gives you numbers in terms of how many houses sold within since August of 2023. So you see that there. And then this is a current active list for the counties, right? So current actives, Los Angeles County had over 8,000, Orange County over 2,000. Look at that big difference. Los Angeles County had over 8,000 current active homes. In Orange County, over 2,000. Like a quarter of what Los Angeles has available, right? And then we go to Riverside County, it's 4,000, so that's a little more than Orange County. And then San Bernardino County is 3,000. So we have less homes available in San Bernardino County and more homes available for South Riverside County, right? Yeah, and then you look at Los Angeles County, it's so much more, right? So distressed property. So how many of you guys get calls from your clients and say, I want a good deal, send me a foreclosure list, only want to buy a foreclosure? Just David.
All the time.
All the time, right? Yeah, so show them this. So when you get given that question, show them this, like, listen, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, these are how many foreclosure homes are available, right here. So I'm in Chino Hills, how many foreclosure homes? You guys can't see that, that's a donut. 0, right? Oh, Fontana, how many? 1. Right? Big Bear City, 0. Big Bear Lake, 1. Right? Show them this. So then you guys don't have to continue to get hit with those calls about, hey William, I'm looking for a foreclosure home in Chino Hills. Right? Show them this data. The data speaks volumes.
And explain that most houses have so much equity that you're not gonna see a flood of foreclosures coming anytime soon.
Of course, especially with the last 2 years of pandemic, right? Home values went up over 25% average. Absolutely. So there's very few of those homes. So does anyone have any questions before we move forward? Are you going to use this data and share it with your clients? So you can move them forward, whether they were going to buy or sell.
Yes.
Perfect, awesome. All right, we're good? Okay, Dave, you have a question?
Can that be emailed to us?
Of course. Hey, Mo, don't you email this to everybody, don't you?
No.
Yes. My stakeholder meeting is recorded and gets sent to everybody.
It's in the video.
Thank you, it's in the video. Yes,
Oh my God.
that's what I meant, it's in the video, so you do it. Yes, yes, but if you do want the PDF, I'll send it to Mo, so you guys will actually have the PDF as well. That's probably what your question was, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Excellent, excellent. All right, so now I'm gonna bring up,
You know, that would help, I mean.
yeah, well, I'm gonna send it to Mo and then she'll send it out to
More
all you guys.
information, yeah, 'cause,
Yeah.
you know, Chino Hills is nothing, I mean. Somebody asked me, I mean, any distressed property in Chino Hills.
Yeah, exactly. When you see the report, when you see the fresh report, oh, 0? Yeah, that's something there is right now. So let's go look at a house that's priced in your budget. How about let's focus on that, right?
All right, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. All right, so now I'm going to bring up our Chief Advisory Officer, Sandy, and she's going to give us a contract update. So let's give it for Sandy.
Hello, everyone. Thank you. I just wanted to give you guys a recap. As you're aware, there was some changes that CAR made over the summer to 67 forms. So it was a lot of changes that they had done. And we had updated the file checklist. So I want you to make sure that you're using the correct file checklist. It is available. Where would you see the file checklist? There's 2 places. Command, correct. So when you go on to Command and you have your online documents to upload, the first item up there is the checklist. You can click on it, see it, download it, print it. And where would the other place be that you could grab the checklist?
Google Drive? Is that the Drive?
What was
Google
that?
Drive? Google Drive?
Well, close. It would be the Agent Resource Center. So you can see it there as well. So you've got a couple of places. Plus, if you needed it, we're happy to email it to you. Just let us know. I just wanted to briefly show you. The highlighted is the changes from this last update. So as you can see, no, is there a clicker? Maybe I can, oh, okay, I'll click through with this, okay. So I just want you to, let me see.
Your drag down.
Am I missing it?
Yeah, so there you go.
Oh, okay, so it is dragging down. Okay, all right. So as you can tell, lots of changes. So everything that's highlighted shows you when they're updated. So you can see as we continue to update checklists, the new and revised form has that new revision date. So that was on the listing checklist. This is on the buyer checklist. So please be aware the file checker will be looking for the most updated forms. So be sure that you're using the correct ones. And also as a tip, when you're doing your zip forms, be sure that you're not using an old template that has the old forms that were downloaded. because they don't automatically update if you had downloaded the forms into a template or into a file. So be careful that you're downloading the new updated versions of these forms. And then I wanted to take a little dive into some of the forms that had some significant changes. I'm only going to go over some of the highlights. The forms that you're going to most commonly use, the ones that have some significant changes. The first one to that is the seller counteroffer. Now they actually are going through and explaining what happens with the appraisal gap, which is very significant because on the RPA, under item number 3, there's a section on there where you can insert what the buyer is willing to pay for the appraised value. So obviously we went through a market where things went crazy. I mean, prices were going up, you were getting highest and best, you were getting multiple counteroffers, and so the listing agents were looking for the buyers to remove the appraisal contingency or possibly at least indicate they're willing to pay up to a certain amount if it didn't appraise. So now they actually, this is the paragraph in the RPA where you as the agent can put in what the minimum appraised value would be, that your buyer would be still willing to proceed. So, and then this is really helpful because it goes actually through an example. And in this example, it goes through, let's just say that you have a purchase price of $1 million. And on the RPA, in this section right here, 3L2, you put that the buyer reduces the appraisal contingency value to $950. So now we have an appraisal gap of $50,000. So what this seller counteroffer and then the buyer counteroffer and the seller multiple counteroffer, they have added that clarity of if the purchase price is, let's just say, $1.2 million, that's what you counter to. And then that would mean that the appraisal contingency value is adjusted to $1.15 million. So how they came up with that is on your $1.2 million on your last counter, and then you've got less $50,000, which was your appraisal graph that was in your RPA. So that stays consistent. So just always remember that if you're countering back and forth, whatever the appraisal gap that you had in the RPA, that will stay consistent. So it will be whatever you're offering, less that appraisal gap. That then becomes, if the property appraises for less than that amount, then the buyer can exercise their right to cancel.
So you're talking about it appraises less than what your purchase price is?
So correct. Yes. So you know that as long as it's under what the appraisal gap you put in the RPA. Now, if you didn't put any, then obviously this is a moot point. This is just going through if you had put something in there. If you remove the appraisal contingency, as so many people were doing, obviously this wouldn't apply either. So, any other questions on that? Okay, so it's nice that you've got the ability and flexibility to specify in the RPA what the buyer is willing to pay up to whatever appraised value. So it's nice they have that, and then this covers if the counters make that price go higher, how that's handled. So, so that happened not only in this form, but obviously as we were talking about in the, it's carried forward in the seller multiple counteroffer, same verbiage here, as well as in the buyer counteroffer.
Now, if they remove the appraisal contingency, I mean, that means that they're gonna pay the difference between
Correct. That means
regardless,
that it doesn't matter
regardless.
what it appraises for.
regardless of. Okay.
Yeah. So if you're representing a buyer, be careful about that because there's no safety net. So it's better for you to put what amount the buyer is willing to pay up to.
Very tricky, yeah.
Yeah. No, good comment. The cancellation of contract, they added language explaining how to fill out the form if there's just one party canceling, which would be 1A here, and then if there's a proposed mutual cancellation. So that was I think a helpful explains it a little bit better. They also added language addressing a partial release if there's no deposit made. So they did a nice job, I think, of clarifying. One, it puts the client on notice that the cancellation needs to be exercised in good faith, and needs to be according to the rights in the agreement. So it would include they needed to have done the applicable notice to perform or demand to close escrow for your using the cancellation form. And it also is allowing either one party to cancel or a mutual cancellation, and it addresses if there's no deposit. So the second page goes through.
You got it.
There we go. And the second page is what goes through with regards to the deposit. So you've got the full release of the deposit, or you have a partial release of the deposit. Now, what would escrow do though, with regards to deposit? It even goes through and explains that on there. If there's an open escrow, the escrow holder will need a mutual agreement of cancellation instructions from both parties regarding the deposit and the canceling of the escrow. And if the parties agree on the release of deposit, then the parties can exercise a mutual instructions and release with the escrow officer. And that's also really important for you to know, because if for any reason you don't have an agreement on a cancellation, you can't open escrow with the same escrow officer. And that's really where you should involve, leadership to help you with that situation if you run across it. Anyways, moving on to the next one. Any questions on that one before I move on? Got it? Okay, great. Okay, buyer contingency removal. The significant change on this is that the investigation, it clarifies that it includes the buyer's insurance. So please be careful that you're not only focusing on the inspection, and be sure that that client, that buyer, is checking to make sure that they don't have any issues getting insurance. If they do, then you do have the ability that you can make an exception of what fire insurance, because that's usually where you run into a problem. What items they may be having to look into further. So please be aware of that. That's a big change in this form. So again, insurance, make sure that the buyer is doing it during their inspection period. If they're having a problem getting fire, flood insurance, or anything else, be sure that they mark it, so you're not removing that contingency.
Here,
Yes.
the other day, Coach Victor said, was it Mercury? He was saying, do you remember?
Yes.
Mercury. It just, nobody wanna mark it down.
Mercury's the one that does it.
That's doing
right.
a better job at assigning for California right now. Because mine is getting ready to go bad. They pulled the plug on me, so he said try Mercury for our client.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for that. This is now a seller contingency removal form. So again, it would address if they're removing a contingency on finding replacement property or closing escrow on that replacement property. So again, the CR form, the contingency removal form, has now separated into two separate forms. Now we have the buyer contingency removal form, and we have a seller contingency removal form.
All right.
Okay, notice to perform. So this is really important that you're aware of this, whether you're representing the buyer, whether you're representing the seller. That if you receive from the seller and you're representing the buyer, and you have listing agent sends you a notice to perform, and let's just say they brought all these contingency removals that you need to do, and those timeframes have not come up yet. This form now clarifies that it only as you know, the contract has all different types of timeframes depending what the contingency is. So this form is addressing if you get a notice to perform and it includes items that shouldn't have come up yet in the contract. It basically is telling everybody that the items that need to be removed should be removed, and any other items are voided because they're not they haven't come up yet. So be careful as the listing agent. You're not just putting all contingencies removed unless those timeframes have come up. Likewise, be careful with your buyer that you're making sure that you're removing the ones that they should be removing.
So if you were to mark all contingencies and the time frame is not yet up, when the time frame is up, are they automatically removed by this, or do you need another one?
I would send another one because it actually says the notice shall be void. So then I would send them another one. Okay. Yeah. Good question. Love it.
This is a good sheet right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it saves you.
Okay, this, I guess I was just trying to take the pages. This is the listing agreement. This is page 3 of the listing agreement, and now we actually have verbiage that covers how you're to handle presentation of offers. So by default, the presentation of offers to the seller should happen as you receive them. However, now you do have an option that the seller instructs the broker to hold those offers until a specific date. So, like you'll see so many times in the MLS, all offers will be presented on this date. All offers will be presented after the open house. Be sure that if you're the listing agent who's doing that you have the instructions from the seller to do so. So this is what allows you to have the ability to say, like as you put in the MLS, we'll be reviewing all offers on Tuesday. The seller will be reviewing. Make sure that you're marking this and indicating in the listing agreement what you're putting into the MLS. So is that clear? Any questions on that one?
So so the blank part right there, it have to be a date, right? Some type of date. It says seller to present the offers to seller on.
There's a default.
Right, so you have on an
Oh.
actual date or days after the property is listed
Oh,
around.
okay.
So you do have two choices there. Yeah, you're right. All right, so this is a TOPA. Again, this would only apply if you have a tenant that is in the property that you're selling. The interesting thing about this is that they've now added language that the seller must, within 5 days prior to close of escrow, deliver to seller and the buyer the names of any adults in the property. So you have to actually list them other than the seller. So this is important for you to be aware of. Now, the other part though, which is a side note, in a purchase contract is that, it specifies that the property is to be vacant if it's tenant occupied on close of escrow. So you've got to be careful about that because what you don't want to have happen is you have a seller that has a property that's tenant occupied. You get an offer on it and you've got the tenant still there. The tenant's supposed to get moved out, prior to close of escrow according to the purchase agreement. And it specifies the number of days, and the agent can put in how many days prior to close of escrow. But what the concern is that if that tenant does not move out within that time frame, then the seller could be in breach of contract. So be careful, very careful, if you have a tenant occupied property, because you do not want to run into that problem where the seller could be in breach of contract. And you're having to extend closing because you still have the tenant there. So anyways, but now we actually have on the form that you have to list the occupants that are there. And it says that no tenant shall remain, and it allows you to make an exception if the buyer is willing to have any property in possession at close of escrow.
So that goes through the last form that I wanted to show you. It lists in my highlights here. Another thing though that I wanted to bring to your attention is the DIA. That's the form that you have the seller sign, which is a disclosure information advisory. It contains a reminder, but I also want to make sure that you're aware of it, that it's in there, that the seller is to provide any current and past reports. So be careful about that, because you might have a seller who purchased the property, fixed it, is flipping it. I mean, you've got some, sellers that, maybe had a prior escrow, and then that escrow fell out, and now you've got these inspection reports. You must provide that to the next buyer. So in the DIA, it's being very specific to give a reminder that the seller needs to be providing not only current reports, but past reports to the buyer. So I just want to bring that to your attention too. So anyways, if you have any specific training that you would like, or you have items that you need help with, please let me know. Even let Mo know, or Kier. I'm happy to provide whatever training that you think would be helpful. One of the ones that has also had a lot of changes that's not as common is the probate purchase agreement. If you'd like me to do a class around that, I'm happy to. Just let us know. How about if we just do it right now? What would be a show of hands? I don't know if any of you work with probate or want to be working with probate. But if you do, would you guys like a class on that? So there's a handful. Okay. All right. So
Especially nowadays, absolutely.
yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So we'll put that on calendar for another time. Anyways, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, Tiffany. Yeah, so I'm always, I like this kind of stuff. I have a legal background, so I'm all about contracts and everything, so I kind of get geeked out about it. So yeah, I hope this is helpful. Definitely looking forward to that probate class that Sam's going to be doing for us. All right, so I am super excited about this. I'm very excited about this partnership. I have known this person for years. She's always jolly. She's always happy. She's very positive. And I know she's going to bring so much value to each and every one of you guys and help all of you guys build your life by design, helping you sell more houses and create a great lifestyle and all that great stuff. So please give a warm welcome to my friend and the amazing Criteria Coach, Jody Jolly.
Yeah, we met at a family reunion.
Yes.
Both us productivity coaches at the time, right?
Yes, we did.
Several years ago. So, hi everyone. I'm really, really happy to be here. As Kier said, my name is Jody Jolly. I have my husband to thank for that. Just a little bit about me. I have been in this business for 26 years. And so I've worn many hats through the years. I specialized in residential real estate. I did lending. I managed a real estate office. I even ran a mega team. It wasn't my team, but I ran the team. And when that team disbanded, I was given the opportunity to start a coaching program in the market center I was in. And since then, we have expanded to now, as of today, 7 market centers, helping many agents build and grow their business. And so I'm super excited to be here. As I said, I am married. I have 2 grown kids, and now I'm blessed with 2 daughters. He mentioned, and you can see, I love cats, which makes me the perfect person for the job. And so I just want to tell you a little bit about the program and what we offer and what we'll be able to do for you. And so, remember, part of the Why 4C2Ts is no one succeeds alone, right? And that includes our program. So I have 3 other productivity coaches, Brittany, Lori, Emily. You'll have a chance to see them over time. We have a support coach, Ross. I have an administrative assistant, May, and then we have our designated TCs in each market centers, and Amber is going to be our designated TC for this market center. So super excited to have a team of many to help everyone. Okay, so the things that we do for you is productivity coaching for you, and here's one limiting belief, if you will, or myth, understanding, whatever you want to say, that I want to clear up right away. Productivity coaching, often referred to as PC, is not just for brand new agents, okay? While we have a phenomenal system for our brand new agents to help you get off the ground and build that foundation, and I'm going to talk about it in a little bit, we help agents, doesn't matter if you've been in the business for 2 minutes or 20 years, or anywhere in between or after that, we're here to help you build and fill in those gaps. And we realize 2023 has been a crazy year for a lot of people. We've had to really rethink how we do things, right? So we're here to help with that. We want to help you build successful, profitable businesses. Anyone can teach you how to do a contract, how to close an escrow, and that's not to diminish that whatsoever. We also help with that. But build a business that's going to be profitable. Because there are a lot of agents out there that build businesses that are not profitable. I know a team who had 20 members on his team. They closed over 200 units a year, and they didn't even make 6 figures in profit. So let's not let that be you. We're going to help you develop powerful communication skills. And I'm sure that everybody in here knows how to communicate very well. But as most of you know, in this business, there are ways to communicate with our clients to get to the heart of the motivation. Have you ever worked with a buyer that you just don't understand why you're showing them house number 50 and they won't make up their mind and write an offer? Okay, there's a reason for that, and it probably started with you not getting to their motivation, right? They're not motivated if that's the case, right? Have you ever been on a listing appointment, or are you nervous about going on your first listing appointment and worried about them saying, oh great, I'll list with you today if you lower your commission by 1%. Do you know how to walk out of there with that listing and keep your commission intact? Those are the things we're going to talk about. We're going to help you turn limiting beliefs, because we all have them. We all have those limiting beliefs that tell us once in a while, that's not for me. That won't work in this market. Oh, we've tried that before. That doesn't work. We just haven't figured out how to make it work yet, right? We're going to turn those limiting beliefs into unlimiting beliefs so you can unlock your true potential there. Help you have a predictable flow of income. Because in this business, you can create business plans, right? With expenses and budgets and all that thing, just like any other business, and not worry about the next paycheck. But there's things you have to put in place to make that happen, and we're going to help you do that. And we want everybody to cap, right? But not only that, we want you to go way beyond that. Because let's face it, to cap, we're probably not making enough money that we want to make to live our life, right? So we want to help you get there as quickly as possible so you can keep as much money in your bank account for the year as possible and reach your goals. So that's what we're going to help you do. And remember, this is a bold law in here. Your business grows to the extent that you do. Right? Okay, so I talked about earlier, we have different stages. We have foundation, momentum, and growth. So we have something for everyone, whether, I don't know anybody's tenure, but whether this is your very first day in real estate or you've been here years, right? So in foundation, we have a Path to Success training series that we have you do, which works in conjunction with our foundation coaching. We have a foundation coach specifically trained to be able to help you build that foundation. Accountability within that, right? And then we have momentum. That's where we're going to be more focused on those conversations and the clients and the transactions and how to get through everything. Mind you, we're focused on that through foundation too, but we take things up a notch. We take things to a higher level, and the accountability gets higher. And then that's where we start having opportunities to have small group coachings, where we can focus a little more individually on your businesses. And then as you get into growth coaching, or maybe you start in growth coaching, this is where we focus on you, your business, your goals. We have a growth group because, let's face it, success, no one succeeds alone, right? And so we mastermind together, as well as one-on-one coaching. This is just a sample of a lot of the things that we coach on and help you with your database, lead generation, follow-up, conversion,
scheduling, it's funny. It seems silly to put that on here, because we all can write in a calendar, right? How many of you stick to what you write in a calendar? How many of you put lead generation in your calendar for 3 hours every single day? And how many of you actually do it? We do a lot of thinking on that. Model systems, command basics. We are not your command go-to for training, I will tell you, but we will give you the tools you need to get things started, because there's lots of command stuff out there. Mindset, motivation, goal setting, all of these things we're going to help you with, and much more. Okay, this is what our coaching looks like. We start off with Mega Mondays. So we're having Mega Monday Kickstart. What that is we come in to a Zoom room at 8:45. We practice conversations for a half an hour. We do 2 hours of lead gen, report our numbers, and then go about our day. In coaching, we also have a workshop that's on Mondays, and Foundation and Momentum coaching is also on Mondays. And by the way, we have evening coaching for those of you that have other jobs, because we want to help everybody succeed no matter what your circumstances are. So we do have weekly group coaching. We have a weekly PC mastermind. I typically facilitate that one. And that's where, that's not ask a coach. That's not, hey, how do I fill this out? Or hey, where do I find this? That's, you know, I have a listing appointment. This came up in my call and I'm not sure how to handle it. Or other things that we can mastermind around, or topics we can discuss to help you move your business forward. I mentioned our Path to Success training series. We have Ask a Coach hours every day. So every day, Monday through Friday, there is a time in our calendar and it's a shared Google calendar, has links to everything, that there's a live coach that's in a Zoom room for you to just jump on and ask whatever question you need help with. We help you with goal setting, business planning, staying accountable, and lots of support. So, well, we can skip through that. We can talk about that later. Okay. So, did you want to talk about this now, or?
Yeah, I mean, it's already up there, and it's in their package there we passed out.
Most coaching programs, as you know, they do have a fee to them. We like to look at it as an investment, though. It's an investment in you and in your business. And just like anything, you should get an ROI for your investment, right? So the way we do things is, it is 10% of your gross commission income. We require you to be in coaching for at least 3 transactions, because we do put a lot of work into you up till that point. And we count our fees. So once your fees hit $9,500 per year, you could do that in your first 2 months. It doesn't matter. You're still going to get coaching all year. Because just like Gary Keller started the capping program because he believes that anyone who pays their fair share shouldn't have to pay anymore. We believe the same. And we want people to stay in coaching for as long as it's benefiting them. And if you're using the tools and the models and the systems that we're giving you, it will benefit you. I have agents that have been with me 2, 3, 4 years because the coaching works. And so that's why we've set it up this way. Because just like our Y4C teachings,
yes.
We want everything to be a win-win for everyone. So does anyone have any questions? You're quiet today.
Yeah, I think it was me because I talk a lot. That's why I'm being mollycoddled.
You wore him out.
I wore him out, yes.
Well, I am going to be here. I'm sticking around through lunch at 1:30. I'll be back in here. We're going to go through the 6 personal perspectives. We're going to hit on each one what it is and how you can use it in your business to grow your business. And there's one we're going to spend quite a bit of time on because it's one that you'll find you will naturally spend time on that's going to really benefit you. And my goal is for you to walk out of here at 2:30 with one thing that you're going to actually go implement today in your business. Okay.
I love it. Yeah, so let's give it up. So again, I'm super excited about this partnership. I know we're going to deliver a lot of great value to you guys and help you guys grow your business and build your life by design. So, does anyone have any questions? Actually, before I say that, did you guys get value today?
Yes.
Are you guys excited about our 6-person perspectives class at 1:30?
Yes.
Are you guys going to show up?
Yes.
Excellent! Well, go out that door, enjoy some lunch, refill yourself, and be ready at 1:30. Thank you.